Good morning, world. It is Wednesday, so you know what time it is. It's midweek pickup time. Before I get started, I did want to acknowledge everything that's still going on in the world today. The past couple weeks have been pretty chaotic, but you know it's what happens in the world today. That's what we're going through. That's the I guess era or phase in life that we're going through right now, but I did want to acknowledge it. Um, Everybody's Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. Pretty soon it'll be Green Lives Matter. But the fact of the matter is that all life is precious, and no one really does have the right to just take a life. So I did want to acknowledge everything that was going on because I'm not going to continue or sit here and act like I'm not paying attention because I am. Um, I have kind of gotten away from social media a little bit. I'm trying to only use it for business purposes and, of course, for my midweek pickups. So maybe Wednesdays and Fridays and Saturdays I'll be on, but it's so much negativity, and then once you let negativity get inside of you, it's gonna kind of mess with your aura. So I kind of try and steer away from it as much as I can because, like I've said before, it's never anything positive. It's always a whole bunch of negative BS on there, like every time I get on. So kind of been distancing myself a little bit from that. Today, I want to talk about the company that you keep, and don't pay no attention to the clips in the head. We have a lot of people in our lives sometimes that are there for a season, that are there for a lifetime, and that you may just need to take a break from, period. You hear it all the time. People say you are what you surround yourself with, and that is very true. And sometimes you have to break away from the pack, if you will, in order to, I guess, get your wings and evolve to the level that you are trying to get to or the level that you are meant to get to. Um, Sometimes we have people in this group that fall into the category of you knowing you need to create the space, but you have a hard time because I guess the person has been around for a long time. But let me make this very clear. And a lot of people don't understand why it seems like perfect strangers will support something or support you or believe in your dream before friends and family. Sometimes the only way for you to get someone else to grow is if you remove yourself from the situation completely. Now, um, trust me, I always get the, oh, you're mean, and you do people like this, and you say what you want to say, and you don't ever think about what you're saying before you say it, and everything like that. And I do kind of understand that. I do feel that, or whatever, because I am very blunt at times, and I do say what's on my mind. And if it's bothering me or something, sometimes my facial expression will give the displeasure, I guess you could say, that I'm feeling away. But one night I sat up and I really thought about it. And I thought about, because I'm the type of person who loves to help people. It doesn't matter who it is, how long I've seen the person or known the person. If there's any way I can, I will go out and I will help somebody no matter what. But, um, and this it really, really does include friends as well. Sometimes when you help that person, they get too used to you helping them. So then they expect you to do something instead of you just doing it. I'm in business, so A lot of this has been surfacing here lately, where I have helped people out, and then because of the type of person that I am, they think that they're going to take advantage of my kindness for weakness or whatever. But let me explain the difference between that. When you continuously do something and you're not aware of what you're doing, that's when it is a big problem. But when you figure out and you understand and peep, you know what I'm saying, what may be to come from this person, and you help them out anyway, it's a difference from you looking like you are always getting screwed over versus already being prepared for the screw over, I guess, if you will. Now, I know it sounds a little bit crazy. Why would you prepare yourself to get screwed over if you already know that it's a possibility that it could happen? Well, this is why. Because you have faith in people. So, even though you think that they may screw you over, your faith in people is so strong that you're like, hey, I'm going to give them the benefit of doubt. I'm going to do it anyway, blah, blah, blah. But after you get your kindness taken for weakness so many times, and then you stop doing it, then the person all of a sudden says that you're mean or you're rude or something like that, you know, to try and appeal to, I guess, your sensitive side or whatever you want to call it. So you can, I guess, I don't want to say take pity, but take pity on them or whatever, and then give them what they want. They have what they want, you know, and then they're up and gone or whatever until the next time that they need you again. And then they come with, you know, something, oh, I forgot, you know, to bring, you know, money to pay you this time, or well, you usually hook it up for me, so I just figured that I could come this time, and then you know what I'm saying, let me take care of it next time I seen you. And then that's when you see that you're getting taken advantage of versus helping somebody. Now, if you've already recognized this, you already know, hey, I know what this person is about. I know what they're trying to do. So now for you, you have the choice. You either keep on helping them or you call them out about it. And then when you call them out about it, this is, I guess, your strike 1 through 3 or whatever. Call them out about it, and they give you a little lame excuse or whatever. Oh, you know, give me a little bit more time, or, you know, I just thought that, you know, you usually do this or whatever. I thought you was going to do it again. You done already created the pattern with them, so they already think, hey, I have a pattern of advantage taking, so let me take advantage. And the only person who's really getting screwed out of the situation is you and not the other person, because the other person ends up getting what they want, and then you get to sit back and think about how you just let anything walk away from you that is rightfully yours. And then you may not hear from the person for 2 or 3 days or whatever, or weeks. And then once they need something again, they hit you up and they expect you to do it all over again. This is not the cycle that you need to be in ever with any one person, period. Because when you're in that cycle, of course, a cycle is something that's going to continuously keep happening. That's why it's a cycle. It's a circle. So they're going to think, hey, I got this dude in this cycle, so I'm going to appeal to his nature. I'm going to appeal to his wanting to help people, and I'm going to satisfy that in him so I can get something satisfied for myself. And this is what you have to be wary of, because 9 times out of 10, somebody that you meet on the street is not going to do you like that, because number one, they don't know your history, and number two, you know, when you're meeting new people or new clientele, they want to make an impression on you, or vice versa, you want to make an impression on them. So now you're both in the impression zone. So one person is going to try and bring something to the table, and the other person is going to try and bring something that seems a little bit sweeter to the table. And then you might have a impression standoff, if you will. That's not something else you need to get into, but that's sometimes how it goes. But the difference between that person who does not know you and the person who does know you is that the person who does know you knows your struggles, know what you've been through, know what you're trying to build, and know what your activities, if you will, are. The new person, they're going to look at you and they're going to see, oh, this is a businessman. Business is business. Let me conduct business in the way that business needs to be conducted so I can do business with this person maybe again. And that's how you develop a business relationship. And then sometimes those business relationships turn into friendships, but it's different because that person was not with you at rock bottom, did not see you struggle, did not see exactly where you came from. So they're a little bit more acceptable to helping you get to where you need to get to, versus the people who have been with you, been seeing you struggle, seeing you get up out of places and start making it, seeing you change with the way that you were doing things and everything, but they may still be stuck in the same spot, and it may not be envious purposely, but they envy you because they see you're doing something and they see that they are not doing anything at all. So it turns into a small hatred, if you will, but not exactly hating you, but hating your drive, your motivation, your strive to be greater. And then instead of trying to support and be there for you, they get with the, oh, maybe you could hook it up, you know what I'm saying? We've been boys for, or something like that. And then that's what you have to kind of cut off, because if you're trying to establish yourself and make yourself grow, how are you going to grow when you have leeches sucking the life out of you? You can't. You know what I'm saying? So when I get this, oh, you're being mean and you're so mean to people and blah, 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 9 times out of 10, it's somebody that I've already helped or that I'm always helping. And then I've either said, you know what I'm saying, it's not going down this time, or, I'll say something like, you should have told me that before you got here, and then it would have been a complete different story. Then it's, oh my gosh, oh man, you so mean, dog, why are you doing it like that, and blah, blah, blah. No, this is a business. So in a business, when you want goods and services, you come and you pay for goods and services. It's not, I'm going to come and get goods and services and then maybe I'll pay you back later just because we've known each other for 20 years. No, that's not how it goes down. Business is business. Friendship is friendship. Family is family. And sometimes friendship is family, but at the same time, you have to know business is business, period. It's not friendship credit. It's not you my boy credit. It's not you're my son or my nephew or whatever credit. It's business, period. That's what you're doing. That's what you're conducting. So you expect that to be conducted back to you. The thing that I have to get myself better at is number one, everybody does not deserve a hookup. Even though you try and give them one, everybody does not deserve it. But then you kind of start seeing who's actually asking for the hookups. You know what I'm saying? It's not the people that you just meet or new customers. No, it's not them. It's the ones that have always been around that's always asking for the hookup. But then you can't, of course, always give out the hookup, because then how are you going to, get to where you want to be at? Because you're always trying to hook it up for your partner or your homeboy or whatever. But you can't do that, because that's not how business is ran. That's not how business is supposed to be ran. And that's why a lot of people tend to think that after somebody tries to establish a business that they've changed, or they're not around as much, or they're just on a different wavelength now. And a lot of people will tell you, you've changed, you ain't the same that you were. And your response should always be, thank you. Because if you stay the same, And again, this has come up in many other midweek pickups. If you say the same, you're not evolving. So when somebody tells you, oh, you different, man, you didn't change, and you know that you changing for the best, and you actually know what you're doing is trying to set yourself up for the future. When they try and come at you with that negativity, oh man, you changed, oh, you would have did it, you know what I'm saying? Just look at them straight up in the eye and say, thank you, I appreciate you. And they're not going to understand it. You send them on their way, they still not going to understand it. And they might come and ask you a couple weeks, like, man, how come when I told you changed, you was cool with it? And you look them straight in the eye and you say, I appreciate that you seen the change. Now maybe you'll change what you doing so we can grow as far as our business relationship. It's going to blow their mind because they're going to be like, business relationship? We supposed to be friends. Yeah, we are friends. But when you come asking for business, that is a business transaction. And we're still friends during and after. But I wouldn't come to somebody each and every time expecting for a discount. I have so many people, so many friends around me that are in business, from my barber partners, from my DJ partners, from my other cooking partners, from just everybody that's around. And I see the same thing, and I actually used to do it too. I wouldn't understand how you go raise your prices on me, dog. But I wasn't in business then, so I couldn't take it all in. I couldn't understand it. But just as economy changes and time grows and things, inflation hits, it's the same thing in business. You know, sometimes you do have to raise the price, or you do have to charge exactly what you're worth, because if you don't, then they're going to always think that, hey, this is the hookup dude, I know I can go to him and get hooked up, and then instead of making any profit at all, you either break even or you end up losing that day. And who's that good for? Is that good for the person you hooked up, or is that good for your business? You should only have the answer to that. With that being said, I will see y'all next week. Keep God first, family second. Everything else will follow. Hope you continue to watch Midweek Pickups. Follow me on Facebook as well. Follow my barbecue page, Breaking Bread Barbecue. And everybody have a good weekend.